The proposal for a ceasefire came from Pakistan.
Yeah.
And the reasons also by this time everybody knows what all happened.
Okay.
And then there was a gap of close to 2.5 hours when India, after giving thoughtful consideration to the whole thing. But I think everybody knows what Mr. Trump is and what is his style of functioning, what is his way of articulation.
You are saying the decision was taken purely by the military chiefs of both the countries and their discussions, not due to any pressure coming from any external source, and Indian government is willing to stand by that, is willing to substantiate.
There is a reason for me to believe this.
People are saying that the 6 terrorists who killed those in Pahalgam, they still not been this one. To that extent, how successful has been Operation Sindhu?
See, I think whatever has come to the fore, I'm sure there must be much more which has still not been revealed for whatever strategic or other reasons. And therefore, we will have to have some patience till the picture becomes more clear. But I'm sure there must have been something. Basically, the fact that as per the news which is available and the information which is in public domain, the proposal for a ceasefire came from Pakistan.
Yeah.
And the reasons also by this time everybody knows what all happened.
Okay.
And then there was a gap of close to 2.5 hours when India, after giving thoughtful consideration to the whole thing, must have given a nod.
Okay.
So what all happened during those 2.5 hours period, and what kind of discussions, deliberations out in the open, and also something which is confidential has happened.
Okay.
I think we will have to wait till we get such details to draw any inference or to reach to some kind of a conclusion.
Okay.
But as per the information which is available in public domain, and yesterday's press conference was very educative, I would say, and the popular narrative in the social media also has altered thereafter when people got to know.
Okay.
See, many a times it so happens that we don't know that we don't know. And social media has created that illusion where everybody feels that he knows everything,
Yes,
which he or she may not.
Yeah.
And therefore, matters like these require a more sensitive handling, a more responsible commentary. So I would reserve my comment at this juncture.
Okay.
But my confidence, gut feeling of course, is that India certainly has taught a lesson. Every lesson that we teach, many a times we need not or we cannot advertise about it. But I'm sure we have taught them a lesson. That is beyond it.
I observed is the statement from Donald Trump that came makes India and Pakistan are being spoken of as equals. I said, both have been, I appreciate both the leadership, I appreciate both the country, as if we are at par. That's a rogue state. It's a terror-sponsored state. You cannot take India and Pakistan's name in the same breath and the same level. And I found that entire international media is lapping that up. But somehow aren't we supposed to make a strong statement, and our leadership is supposed to make a strong statement saying, we do not accept this mediation and we do not accept India-Pakistan hyphenation has never been something that we wanted. And again we are going back to that. And again we are going back to accepting mediation, which was never India's policy.
That is their approach. That has been the approach of many countries who are otherwise friendly with us. Everybody wants to kind of fish in the troubled waters and appear to be a peacemaker kind of a thing. But India has rejected, and even now it has, it is on record having said that there is absolutely no question of any mediation. That has been our stance. It continues to be our stance. Ministry has made it amply clear. So I don't think there need to be any scope for any doubt in this regard. And insofar as Mr. Trump going overboard is concerned, of course, don't take it on record. But I think everybody knows what Mr. Trump is and what is his style of functioning, what is his way of articulation. So when he is there, he is bound to kind of handle the things in his own way. How do we look at them, and what kind of seriousness should we attach to that is our discussion. because of his or because of somebody, let me put it this way, very irresponsible and reckless comments, we need not unnecessarily worry about our own plans and our own strategy.
So you are saying the decision was taken purely by the military chiefs of both the countries and their discussions, not due to any pressure coming from any external source, and Indian government is willing to stand by that, is willing to substantiate.
There is a reason for me to believe this.
I want to know कि stated position जो था पार्टी का पहले वो कास्ट सेंसस से more or less against, because आप ही के स्लोगन है बटेंगे तो कटेंगे, एक है तो सेफ है, ये महाराष्ट्र के लिए अलग, फिर बिहार में आपने कैसे यू टर्न मार के अभी यू आर इन फेवर ऑफ कास्ट सेंसस इन बिहार?
ऐसा नहीं है, देखिए कास्ट सेंसस करने से कास्ट वाली जो फीलिंग है वो बहुत ज्यादा प्रबल होगी। और दूसरा एक ओपिनियन ये भी है कि एक बार दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा। आज क्या हो रहा है कि हर किसी को लगता है कि there were deliberations, there was churning. उसके बाद ये ध्यान में आया कि न करने से हानि ज्यादा है, तो करो। मतलब इट्स अ मेजर थिंग। अभी ये कास्ट सेंसस होगा, एन्यूमरेशन होगा, मतलब देयर आर सम टेक्निकलिटीज आल्सो। आई थिंक somebody was telling me कि जो सेंसस एक्ट है उसमें परिवर्तन करना होगा। If you are going to enumerate the caste identity as well. So I'm not a legal.
But the BJP is not against caste census anymore, as vociferously as it used to be. पहले
हमने इसके पहले कास्ट सेंस जातिवाद को विरोध किया था, जाति गणना का विरोध नहीं। जातिवाद का विरोध आज भी बरकरार है।
नहीं, जाति गणना का भी
नहीं, ऐसा
फेवर में नहीं थे।
मतलब there were apprehensions, and not just BJP, कई लोगों के मन में apprehensions थी कि ये इसका क्या होगा। So apprehensions could be there, but we were never openly against caste census. We had reserved our opinion. We were a little silent on that because of the apprehensions were there all around in the discussion. But having applied our mind in a more serious way and assessed the merits and demerits, the damage or otherwise of going with the caste census or not going with the caste census, BJP has already decided we will go with it.
It has nothing to do with the fact that there is elections in Bihar. This decision specifically?
I don't think क्योंकि ये डिमांड तो बहुत पहले से है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था। जब इसके बारे में अध्ययन पूरा हो गया
So the general perception is that Modi has walked into the trap led by Rahul Gandhi.
ऐसा कोई मोदी जी के लिए ट्रैप बनाने वाला अभी जब नहीं।
So what are your prospects in Bihar after all these developments? Because there's one opinion that feels that this is going to bolster your prospects, help you. And there's another opinion who are not happy with the ceasefire and calling it premature. Do you think it will politically hurt you in Bihar?
I don't think we should link whatever has happened recently post Pahalgam to the electoral outcomes. ऐसा करना उचित भी नहीं है। अभी हमारे सेना के लोग उससे थोड़े बाहर आ रहे हैं। I don't think it is proper to link it to and to assess what would happen in politics on the basis of that. I would refrain from doing that. अगर बिहार में कुल मिलाकर हमारा अलायंस तगड़ा है, नीतीश कुमार के साथ जो भी हमारा गठबंधन और जो भी नजदीकी थी वो पहले से अधिक अच्छी है। So we are quite hopeful, rather confident that we will win Bihar. Hands down. 7-8 years before, I think Advani ji was also a member of that. Anurag Thakur was the chairman of the committee. I was a member. So we had raised this issue, and Advani ji had completely endorsed my argument. It may interest you as well. See, all these platforms, whether Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, they are saying that we cannot control whatever appears on our platforms because we are like a platform. We cannot decide what should appear and what should not appear. So platform is like this table. The table has no say whether a bottle is to be kept over here or a cell phone or whatever. Table is mute. It don't have any say. It doesn't have any say. That is not the situation with LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram. They have a say. they exert it through their algorithms. One doesn't know how the algorithms are designed, but they have a say. So if you have a say, the platform doesn't remain a platform, it becomes a journal. Like you have a say in what should appear in the Free Press Journal and what should not. If that is the case, then the rules and regulations that are applicable to any mainstream media, print, electronic, or digital, should be made applicable to all the platforms as well.
Don't you think one solution?
That
will
was
be
my
to-
contention.
One solution could be to give tea to the Press Council of India.
Precisely. So, Press Council also governs all these things. Today, of course, electronic media is perhaps not governed by Press Council, if I understand.
They are going to separate the
I know,
Broadcasting
I know.
Association. Yeah.
But in a way, digital media is also print media. It's a combination. Digital media is a combination of print and electronic media. So, if that is so, why those rules and regulations, that framework should not be made applicable to the media platforms also? That was our
So
contention.
if that comes, then there will be some kind of.
Of course, some sanity may come over there, perhaps.
Now there is no accountability.
Absolutely.
This is Ravi Shetty,
Hello,
former
namaskar.
senior person. Vinayji.
Sir, the BJP IT cell, as we started by mentioning the BJP's IT cell, is very vocal about how the BJP government and Prime Minister Modi has took this Operation Sindoor forward, and it's a big win and all. But the opposition has, of course, criticized that BJP is trying to politicize this operation. Don't you think that the way BJP is trying to promote this operation is creating a divide about how the UPA government dealt with earlier terrorist attacks and how the current regime is doing it?
Well, that could be one way of looking at it. But what has happened with the younger generation, especially? See, you speak Marathi,
I understand.
you understand Marathi. So in Marathi, there is a saying which goes like "Baap dakhava, nahi to shraddha kar."
Hmm.
Show your father, otherwise perform a shraddha.
Hmm.
So we want results. That is the funda of the next gen, of the Gen Z or Alpha or Beta, whatever. Just as in lighter vein, I can share with you in 2040. I mean, it mirrors the way the younger generation is thinking. 2014 में हमें कैंपेन में गए थे, तो छोटी मीटिंग थी युवाओं की. तो उसके बाद एक लड़का मेरे पास आया, बोला कि बहुत बढ़िया आपने कहा वगैरह वगैरह. मगर वो अफ्रंटली एक सवाल उसने पूछा कि डू यू नो व्हाट आवर जनरेशन वांट्स. तो ऐसा सवाल कोई पूछता नहीं. तो मैं थोड़ा टेकन अबैक हो गया. फिर भी मैंने कहा परहैप्स आई नो बिकॉज माय सन इज ऑलमोस्ट ऑफ योर एज, बट प्लीज एजुकेट मी व्हाट एग्जैक्टली योर जनरेशन वांट्स. तो ही सर सिंपल है सर, हमारा फंडा बहुत क्लियर है. वी वांट 5 4 3 2 1. मैंने पूछा ये तो इट साउंड्स लाइक अ पजल, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दैट. तो बड़ा एकदम क्लियर है. वी वांट 5 फिगर सैलरी, 4 व्हीलर, 3 बेडरूम हॉल किचन, 2 किड्स एंड 1 वाइफ. तो ये अभी मतलब वन में लुक एट इट फ्रॉम एन एंगल की कितना मटेरियलिस्टिक है वगैरह वगैरह. बट आई रियलाइज कि व्हेन आई वाज 20 समथिंग, I was not so very clear in my mind and not that upfront even in articulating that I want these things. कहने का मतलब यह है कि नई जनरेशन को अभी केवल रिजल्ट्स चाहिए. प्रोडक्टिविटी, रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेशन, इसकी कीमत बहुत बढ़ गई है. तो ऐसी स्थिति में यू ऑलवेज हैव टू प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ थ्रू कंपेयर एंड कॉन्ट्रास्ट. वी आर सुपीरियर देन देम. इसमें थोड़ी वन अपमनशिप का कभी कभी अतिरेक हो सकता है, कभी कभी वॉट अबाउटरी जो एक नई शब्दावली आई है वो भी हो सकती है. बट दिस इज द वे इफ पीपल आर गोइंग टू थिंक अबाउट, पार्टीज इन अ वे आर कंपेल्ड टू रिस्पॉन्ड टू दैट इन दैट वे. वेदर इट इज राइट और रॉन्ग इन द लॉन्गर टर्म वो बाद में पता चलेगा, मगर ये है वास्तविकता.